Good evening, channel. Good evening, channel. Good evening, channel. How's everyone? How's everyone doing today? Well, you can't really answer me. So, I'm just gonna assume that you're good, or if you're not good, you're not good. That's whatever the case may be. Let me just speak this word into your life. I'm sorry if I do a lot of applauding. I'm gonna just let the computer ride. I'm gonna talk until the computer gets to doing what it needs to do. I'm gonna talk. I'm just gonna talk. And y'all sit here and listen. And when you finish this video, you can comment down below and say right, true, or whatever you need to do. But I feel like today, I just need to speak a word. You know what? I'm not even gonna target the sighted people right now. I'm not gonna target the sighted people. I'm gonna target the people that mainly watch my channel. If you sighted, you watch my channel, you don't scroll past this video, because you may find something beneficial about the word that I'm about to speak into your life. Let me just go ahead and talk about this word, GROWN. Again, that's the word GROWN. And if you don't know what that spells, it is spelled grown. Okay? I actually was listening to a word on this that I have on my Facebook page. If you guys have not seen it, or if you're not friends with me on Facebook, please go be friends with me. Or if you don't want to be friends with me on Facebook, that's fine. But just search up my name, same thing as my channel, and honestly go look at her video. I want to sit here and I want to further my discussion about it. Let me just go ahead and let me just say this to you. A lot of us say that we're ready to move out. A lot of us say that we're grown. A lot of us say that we wish we weren't being told what to do. But let me tell you something. I'm not even moved out my mom's house. But today, the light has really struck my life. It has really made me see something. You need mommy as long as you can have. Because without mommy, half the things that is going on in your life, you don't even know how much of a battle she had to struggle to get you to that point. And I'm targeting to my visually impaired people. You need mommy as long as you can have her. Even when you do move out, you still need mommy. Because I'm going to tell you one thing and one thing only. As you grow up, as you age, mommy is not going to be able to provide for you. She could try to bust her tail to provide for you, but she's not going to be able to. And I'm going to say this. The reason why I'm saying you need mommy as long as you can have her, because once she is slowly starting to fade out of providing for you, the responsibility is all on you. The responsibility is going to be all on you. So that means that your thinking cap needs to be on. You need to be on board. Whatever you are doing. Because if you are not, you will screw it up. And there is a such thing as a mistake. Mistakes do happen. You will find that you make a lot of those as mommy walks out of your life. A lot of mistakes will be made. And who is to say that the mistake was your fault? If you weren't knowledgeable about it, because mommy's always doing it, then you're going to make mistakes. And now I'm going to, I know this is, because people jump into conversations and people say, well, what does one have to do with the other? I know I said in the beginning you need mommy as long as you can, but this is why you need mommy. You need mommy because when you decide to move out, you need her there as your coach. No, she's no longer your provider, but you need her there as your coach. Don't think that you're all grown, and don't sit here and think that, oh, I don't need mommy, I'm tired of mommy. Because yes, you are tired of her smothering you, but you should not be tired of her being in your life trying to help you as much as she can. Never be tired of that. Because once you know how to do it once or twice and you got it, it's no more her in certain situations. She's going to begin to wing out of your life to the point where you should know at the age of a certain point how to be a parent to your own children. And then when you have your own children, you are going to be the one that they depend on. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're going to be the one that they depend on. Let me say this right here. Have mommy teach you as much as you can. Don't try to get out there and be grown and just want to leave as soon as you can. When you get out there in that real world, you realize that you're not ready. You have mental breakdown. And that's why adults say sometimes they wish that they can go back to their childhood. Because in your childhood, not a lot is put on you. I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm grateful for mommy, me, all the support that I had. But I'm not going to lie. At one point in my life, or a lot of points in my life, I did say, well, I'm just ready to leave. And when I leave, I don't need her. Or when I leave, I don't need them. That's not true. Continue to have them in your life. You need them. Even when you're grown, you need them. Because when you're grown, let me tell you something. They're growner. They've had a lot more experience than you have. There's going to be a lot of stuff that you're just new to in life, and you're going to need their help. And there's nothing wrong with asking it. Stop saying that you grown, you got it, because in certain situations, you don't. Even down to a certain point to how, let me say this. Because in a lot of cases, rice is a hard thing to cook. Rice is a very, very hard thing to cook. I'm not even going to sit here and lie to you. It is very, it needs concentration. It needs time. It needs it. So sometimes, if you don't know how to do it yet, you're going to need to call mom. You're going to need to call grandma and ask her how to cook that pot of rice. Because you never done it. Or you don't know how to make it good like they have. Like they cook it. So you ask. And there is nothing wrong with that. Being grown does not mean you don't need help. Being grown does not mean that you don't depend on somebody. You don't need to, it's a different talk where, you don't need, mommy's not going to, no, it's not, you don't need mommy. The correct word is, mommy's not going to be there all the time to hold your hand in certain situations. So you have to learn how to do it. But in order for you to learn how to do it, you have to ask. And who do you ask? You ask your parent. There's a lot of things I said, no, I got it, and you ended up needing it. Ended up needing both of the support systems that are in my life. And that's what tears them up about me, is I won't say that I need help. And there's a lot of people out here that I don't say that I don't need it. I don't say that I need help because I feel like I got it. I need to learn. But in some people's cases, you say you don't need help because you're grown. Grown people need help too. Just like real men cry. Real men show emotion. Just like a woman doesn't always have to have a mental breakdown every time something's said to her. There's a lot of stereotypes that has screwed this generation up so bad. I don't even see how we doing it right now as a generation. So, that's enough about me. I want y'all to take this message, and I really want you guys to, let's get real with reality. Because the situation that happened to me today has really opened my eyes that I'm going to always need my support system. Even when I'm gone, I'm going to still need my support system. Because there's not a lot of things that I'm going to be able to do alone. And the fact that I self-advocate for myself now, it makes me feel a lot better. Just like if you, and here's another thing. I'm going to talk about that in another video. I have a lot of videos I want planned, but I'm just going to go ahead and say this. All my people who are in college or are going to college, you asked me a lot about advice. What I learned about the year and a half that I've been in school, Let me tell you something, honey. I'm gonna tell you really good. There is nothing wrong with asking for help in your college. And when you're at college, advises you the first person you need to go to is your professor. If it's something that you need help with, go to them and don't wait till the last minute. Because you should be lucky that they even come to you and do your calls anyway. Be considerate of the time you email them. Be considerate of the time of the semester that you email them about the situation. There are some really sweet people. Really sweet people. You just gotta know how to stand up for yourself and what you need. Have that proof for your professors. Yes, they say, some of them are very hardcore, but let me tell you something. As long as you have the proof to back your situation up on what's going on, they don't mind investigating it for you. You're not going to always get a hardcore no. You're not going to always get a hardcore 0. All your professors want you to do is just be an adult about it and ask. Because somebody that's in a right mind, they don't want to see you fail. Especially if they're going beyond to email look at that too. When they go beyond and email the class, like, I'm getting very concerned about my overall class. They're looking for you as the student, to voice your concern or voice your failures. You have to get to know yourself a lot more. And that's another thing about being grown. Accept your responsibilities. I've learned that in high school. Accept your responsibilities. If you did it wrong, you did it wrong. It's okay. You didn't know what you were doing. It's okay. If the situation may have seemed easier and it went wrong and it wasn't expected to go that way, it's okay. You're not penalized for it. It's okay. You were told simple directions, you followed them, and it still wasn't right. It's okay. Thing is, you gotta calm down. You gotta accept that you did it and try it again. It's life. It's part of life. And as long as you have that, oh, well, I didn't do it, and this is the reason why I did do it. Each time you sit there and you justify why it happened, and you sit here and justify your argument, it don't look good on you. It don't look good on you. First of all, it looks like you just want to be victimized, when really, what makes you a victim is if you didn't mean to do it. And you shouldn't even classify yourself as a victim. You just classify yourself simply, you didn't mean to do it. You didn't mean to say it. You got wrapped up. You didn't expect it. And a lot of curveballs are going to come into your life where you don't expect it. A lot of times where everything may be clashing down and going wrong. A lot of that is going to happen in your adult life. Let me tell you something. When things get right, and as long as you believe in the Lord, and that's going to be another video that I'm going to start writing down these things. When I note to y'all what kind of videos I'm going to be doing, I'm putting it down. But as long as you believe in the Lord, and stuff is going to come together, and everything is going to be alright. We all stress out when everything, if it ain't one thing, it's another. If it ain't one thing, it's another. And that's what makes you even more stressed. Let me tell you something, honey. A lot of that is going to be going on in your life. And the only thing that you can do to fix it is to don't worry about it. Accept what's going on and fix it if it can be fixed. If not, go another route. That's the only things I have to say to y'all about being quote unquote grown. Just because you turned 21 or just because you turned 18, you're not grown. And you can't say that you're completely ready to move out. Okay? We also say this. Kudos to the ones who live alone and actually have no choice but to grow up and have experienced that. If it ain't one thing, it's another. But let me tell y'all this too. You have a lecture, yes. Things may seem like it's going on wrong in your life, but you don't always have to mention the wrong that's going on in your life. Have that story to tell and be proud of it. Because honestly, you wouldn't be the person that you are today. And you wouldn't be making it to the point of halfway being successful if you didn't go through what you went through, or if you're not going through what you're going through. It is part of your story. You don't allow it to become trauma, and you don't allow it to stay trauma in your life. You move on from it, and you tell your story when this needs to be told. And you own the fact that you are who you are. Life is too short for you to keep that crunch or keep that failure as a trauma and continue to talk about it as if it's the worst thing that happened in your life. It is. I'm not gonna lie, it is. And just like my first time having COVID. At first, I used it as a crutch because it was like, okay, well, I had COVID before, so you can't sit here and say that it's no big of a deal for you to just go out not wearing a mask. No, I'm no longer going to do that. I have a story to tell, and it has made me who I am today. Because now I'm cautious. I wash my hands. I do everything that I, as Ariana Barrett, need to do. Now it's up between me and my body on what happens to it. And I know that it is my second time having corona, so y'all can say all day, well, it's something that you didn't do. Sometimes, guys, don't blame the people who are out here spreading the germs. Because honestly, just like in my case, and that's why I can fend for everyone, that, days later have gotten tested positive and, spread it to someone else. Let me tell you something. You don't know. Like, the people that complain, you tell us, okay, get out there and live life. So we get out there and live life, and not even the CDC has all of, the facts with corona, because this is a new virus. It hasn't been around for centuries. This is brand new. And unfortunately, new variants are starting to come up. They're starting to creep. Cases in certain areas are starting to spike. Why? Because it's getting to a point now where it's just a common cold. So yeah, you feel like, well, my allergies are acting up, or the weather is changing, so I don't need to go get tested. Like, we're so used to living the old life of not having to get tested, or if it's just a common cold, it's okay. We're used to living that life, so you can't blame us. But we do learn and we do grow. So now that we've been tested for COVID, we know now to every single time you get sick and have a stuffy nose, you need to get tested. Even hype it up to when your throat is sore, you need to go get tested. I don't care if you feel nothing else. That's what we know now. It's even into a point where we're skeptical to even go out and travel. Like, we can still go out to stores and all that stuff, but it's okay. You got it, we got it. And I may look stressed and I may look tired, but starting tomorrow, I'm putting everything in God's hands, and I'm handling the responsibility that I have in life as a proper 20-year-old adult should. I'm 21 years old, and the year is 2022. I'm going to make this year my year. And in order for me to learn and get out there on my own, I have to start at home. There's a lot of mistakes I'm going to make. There's a lot of things that, you know, as a growing adult, I may not take serious. But now I wish I did. Okay. I'm going to live that price. I'm going to pay that price. And, you know, there's a lot of you that says that I have matured, I have changed. And thank you for that. But I know now, and you don't have to tell me that, it's a lot more that I gotta work on. And that's each and every one of us. You are never to the point where you are 100% a mature adult. Because you can break down, you can go to crying, or you could just sit here and have stuff coming right in your face. And then when it all bites you in the butt, you wish you were an adult about it and you did it. That's what you wish. Nobody is 100% perfect as an adult. Not even a child. Even as an adult, you fall. You can fall. You can have a boo-boo that really hurts. But don't think the word G-R-O-N... excuse me. Don't think the word G-R-O-W-N means being totally independent. And I actually want to make another video breaking down what independence really means to me. And then I'm going to kind of make this a thing where I want to see y'all videos about what independence means to me. But I might do that sometime tonight. I might do that sometime tomorrow. When I'm finished cleaning up my room and doing everything I need to do, I'm going to edit this video. And we're gonna talk about it whenever I get to it. But when I'm finished with my video, I'm going to ask you guys again to put on, let's talk about it. Everybody that has a channel, let's talk about it. If you don't have a channel and you want to comment, let's talk about it. Anyways, if you watched this whole entire video, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much, because I know it was a long chat, but I had to not only sit down and just speak this word, but I'm not only speaking it to y'all, I'm speaking it to me, to myself. Usually when I speak words and they in my head, I speak it to myself. And, you know, just like my mom says, since you are such a good inspirational speaker, go back and look at some of your videos. Because when you speak, sometimes you speak to yourself. And I want everybody that's an inspirational YouTuber or an inspirational Facebooker, inspirational Instagram, whatever. You on social media platforms and everything's going on in your life, trust and believe me, you've made a video about it. Go back and watch it. But enough of me talking. Again, go back and watch if you haven't watched it all the way through. Because if you think you GROWN and you don't need nobody, a support system, go back and watch this video, please. But anyways, as I always say, love yourselves, love each other, and stay positive. Peace.